Hey guys, this is Garies. Welcome back to another episode of Survival Done. We're back here on our balconies in Feed the Beast, and we have an awesome view. I decided against making that generator room over here that I was talking about in a previous episode, but we have to upgrade our power situation because it's not looking good. Especially not if you want to run more dimensions or different dimensions. Our refined fuel is picking up a little bit, but not by a lot. If you come back down here, they are running out of naphtha quite a bit, and this is why I'm not really a big fan of using these. I like that you can upgrade them, because all these machines are upgraded to hardened. You can see that by the grey there. These are reinforced upgraded, so they're running, and now you have to augment them to make them faster. So that I kind of dislike about these machines, but they are nice that they have much more variety to it. But just in relation, these four machines have been running from rocket fuel from the start, and we have one machine creating it, or two if you want to count this one. So these machines are quite better efficiency wise. So in place of making more machines to progress more or process more fuel, we can actually just add more generators on. So that is a thought that we can maybe do, or maybe just change these up to rocket fuel as well, and maybe put two up there with, or three up there with naphtha, and then we can maybe move this one to the mining this place by me. I'm not sure. But in any case, back to almost what we want to do is, in a previous episode we were talking about the dimensions and so on. So I got a few items, I destroyed a few items, actually quite a lot. Materials I haven't gone through yet, I'm not sure. Materials is still, might be a few that I want to keep, might be not. Excuse me. So clay, I'm not sure if we want to use clay. We might. Because we have that sand change that we have, and then we also have dimensional shards that we want a lot of. Of course, we infuse a lot of items. That's infused, that's infused, that's infused, and we tried, we can't infuse this, right? Can we infuse this thing? Nope. Okay, so between last episode and this, I've been running my void miner and stopping all, or blacklisting different types of ore, and emerald is the only one still left. So even with a green lens on it, I'm not really seeing much emeralds. I got more gold and what's the other stuff? Gold and diamonds and resonating ore than I did to get emeralds. So I'm busy creating 2 stacks of each, dimensional shard and endodraconium ore. So this I went into the end to go collect. So I'm not going to use this dimensional shard, I'm going to use the end one, just so because it's white. And then the shapes I'm going to use, okay, but these are going to be quite expensive to run, so I'm not sure how I'm going to run it. This is 10,000, I think this is also 10,000. But the dimension shards is going to be orbs, huge orbs, huge orbs, huge orbs, tendrils, resonating ores. I want to see how much it will be if we make one just of this, all of these, just one for interesting sake. And then also gold ore. Gold ore, let's quickly check all the ores. Space ore. Okay, so what we're looking for is resonating ore, right? I think all of them are the same. Okay, so they're 1,000. That's not bad. I'm going to make a note quickly. 1,000. Resonating ore is 1,000. Draconium ore. Nether draconium ore. No, it's ender. Draconium is also 1,000. We can actually run that in the same dimension. Emerald ore is 10,000. Emerald is 10k. And diamond ore is 10k. It's 10k. So that is 22k as is. And gold ore is 3.5. Gold is 3.5k. So which one are we missing? Dimensional shards is also 10k. So that's over 30,000 RF per tick. So I think one is the nether, one is the end. Because you can only get them in those two. Okay, so them shards is also 10k. So if we want to put all of them in one dimension, we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 36, 38k total power, which is actually a bunch. And I'm not sure how we're going to run that much power. So I've moved this chamber, resonating chamber, back, and I've made it so that we can, that was the plan from the beginning, so that we can put another crystal right there. And what I've also done is lined the whole thing with lead blocks, because I have so much I don't know what to do with it. And also at the bottom I have 3 spots touching the that platform. So I've tested in my test world that even though a cable can only transmit 20k RF per tick, if you touch it at 3 points it will times it by 3. Your capacitor also just needs to have different points of contact, which we do have. 1, 2, you can actually plop one in there. Okay, can't plop one in down there, but there's quite a few spots that there is point of contact on the capacitors. We can actually put more capacitors up there that I was thinking about actually already. I think I did mention this. Then we can put another points of contact here and there, left and right. So that will greatly increase. So it's 2, 4, so it's 100k per tick that we can maybe handle. Because why I tested that is because we are looking into that advanced generators. So I tested this, and you see this Manyalum turbine is 500 RF per tick, and at most you can have 50 per gas turbine or steam turbine. I think they produce kind of the same. I'm not 100% sure. I only tested the gas one because we're going to go syn gas. I didn't test the steam one actually. I should have done that, but in any case, doesn't matter. So, but at most, either way, it actually produces the same amount of power. It's just an amount. So 50 times 500 RF is 25k RF per tick that we can handle with a fully functional Magnum turbine setup. So I have all the parts here. I placed all the parts that we're going to need to make that. So most of it, so we are going to craft today. Crafting and crafting and crafting. Oops. So let's dump this away. So most of this is going to be, I'm going to need sticks, I'm going to need a bunch of iron, I'm going to need redstone, and more iron, and more iron, and I think a couple of glass will also work. Okay, so you might have noticed a copper chest here. Let's quickly run through all the items. So first I'm at the syngas producer up to here. So it's a syngas producer, takes charcoal or coal or wood or any type of burnable thing, even coal blocks, which is awesome, but it doesn't take charcoal blocks, which is a bummer actually, but it's okay. I think we're going to try it with coal because we're running a lot of coal, and we might be able to be able to keep up with it, even though it's a mineable resource. Especially at the beginning, it seems like it's draining resources like a bunch. So after that we can switch to charcoal maybe, but we'll see. So we need heating chambers and mixing chambers. So according to this, you need one heating chamber for 5 mixing chambers. Okay, and it looked like we're going to need 3 heating chambers and 15 mixing chambers to produce enough syngas to run a maxed out Magnum turbine or gas turbine with Manyalum parts. Okay, and then it's an item input port, where we put in the charcoal or the burnable items. Fluid intake, this is where the water comes in. Fluid output, that's where the syngas will go out into the other machine. So the other machine will be a gas turbine. I actually thought it was one machine, but it seems it's 2 different machines, but it's okay. We'll handle that. So it's a gas turbine. This turbine will have the Manyalum blades and so on. So this one takes different things, power emitters, etc. So you only need one controller, and then a fuel tank. I'm going to put in 4, just because each tank takes 16 buckets, and then we have a backup if something runs out. And then we're going to put capacitor banks in the machine itself, not only run on our capacitors. You can only have up to 10. We're going to make 8. And then a fuel air mixture increases fuel efficiency to 135%. You can only have 1. And then we're going to have this, increases fuel efficiency to 185%. Also can only have 1. And then the forge emitter, energy emitter. So this is RF. Basically it emits a power. FE and RF is the same thing. And then we have the turbines, which we are going to have 50 of. Okay, that's other machines we'll get to now. So the most expensive thing about here, let's quickly show you guys the recipes. So the syngas producer is iron frames, which is iron, pressure valve, which is iron, and iron tubing, which is iron and sticks, and control circuit is redstone, iron, and leather quartz, which is cheap, redstone. So just quickly going to show you, then we'll quickly make it off cam. Then the mixing chamber is those same parts, heating chamber same parts, item input same parts, fluid input same parts, fluid output same parts, gas turbine the same parts. So nothing new, except once we come to the high density power capacitors. So then we can either use a flux capacitor or this one, this is industrial craft, and we're not set up for industrial craft, so we'll use this one. But for one of these, we're going to put in 8. So we need 8 flux capacitors and 8 of these. For 8 of these, we need 8 flux capacitors for signal. Okay, wait, this one is resonant, 8 resonance. This one needs 8 signalum, and this one needs 3 reinforced per. So that is 24 reinforced per one of those. So that means it's 24 reinforced, 8 signalum, and 8 resonant. So luckily I've prepared those off cam, and I drained my capacitor I was using, so I put it back in the charger. Okay, so, and we also need one of these. Okay, and then we get the gas mixture. Here is the new material. They need advanced alloy, and advanced alloy is only available through industrial craft, through the compressor, with making mixed metal ingots. So we need 8 of them, and with 8 of them, and with 8 of them we need 8 of these, which we need get via these. So we need 4 sets of these, which means we need 12 of each of these: iron plates, bronze plates, and tin plates, which is cheap material, which you can get from the engineer's hammer, forge hammer, or from a compactor. But we have a few hammers, so we'll just use that. And then we have this. So but we need a couple of them. So 2 for the gas mixture. Wait, fuel mixer, yes, that's what, only the gas mix compressor uses one of these. So we'll need actually 8 of times 2, so we need 24 of each one of those. Good to know. And then the emitter is easy. It's also redstone and pistons. Magnum Turbine is also expensive. That's the only other thing. So to get these, we need Magnum Turbines. So to make one of these, we need 5. Then you get 4. So it's 5, it's 10, plus this one is 11. So it's 11 Manyalum per turbine rotor, sorry. Yeah, so it's 11 Manyalum. So we're going to make 50, so we need 550 Manyalum. So also I went between the last episode and this to the nether, grabbed a bunch of cobalt and Aurora and made enough Manyalum. So that is a process, and we are going to do a lot of it. So I think, oh, also the only way to get these, as I mentioned, is through the compressor from Industrial Craft. And unfortunately, these guys uses different types of power. They use EU, which is electrical units. And as far as I know, there is no conversion from RF to EU that I know of. So we unfortunately need to make the compressor and a generator. So we'll just make that. Just one generator. So this we'll do this first, so that can run in the background. Okay, so for this is a couple of steps. So redstone, copper plate. So we need to make a bunch of copper stuff. So we need copper, we're going to need tin and iron. We have that, so let's make, to make this we need to make cutters. Cutters is iron plates and iron, so we're going to need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. And we have a cutter. Okay, so we're going to need plates. Let's see, compressor is one of these. We need 6 copper cables. We get 2 from 1 copper plate, so we need to make 3 plates. 1, 2, 3. That's 6, and we need excuse me, plastic for that. Luckily we can use this plastic, which we have a bunch of, so we don't have to get those rubber trees, even though we started doing that way in the beginning of this series. But oh well, we have this available. Why should we go? Okay, then we have an iron plate. Please continue using only one. Okay, now we can make this. Yes. Okay, so you have one of those. Basic machine casing is 8 iron plates. Okay, I don't want to make too many so that we run over. So that's why I'm only going step by step. Otherwise I'll just make a bunch, but I'm not going to really do industrial craft in this series. So yeah, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is the whole reason for that. So that's a compressor done. So the generator is a tin wire. Okay, so which is a tin plate. Heat down to size, getting cut down to size, and need 1 plastic for that. So that's a waste of wire, but that's okay. I'm just going to junk it afterwards. I'm not going to use it. As I said, I'm not planning on using much more of that. So let's just take this one away. So the battery is tin casing, so it's tin plates heat again, so we're going to need 2 tin plates. Okay, so it's flattened out tin, and then it's how's that? That's how I remember it. Tin plate. Oh, just with a forge hammer. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. 5 iron is not that expensive. I just want to use that one bamboo stick that I have. Oh, that sucks. I didn't want to use different materials, but guess I can't. Okay, nice. And there's yet another hammer, a forge hammer. Okay, so it seems this is the only way of getting this. Okay. Battery, please. There we go. Okay, then a iron furnace is iron plates. Let's go with that recipe so that we can use that one. And a normal furnace. So we're doing only basically crafting in this episode. Which is actually a bummer. I wanted to start with that advanced generator structure. Okay, and then we have... Oh, we need more iron plates. Okay, now we should have this. Okay, great. Okay, so we'll just grab a stack of charcoal. And just plop it down wherever. Right here. Generator. And a compressor. So we'll grab a stack of charcoal. Then you charge that one. You see at the top the tooltip says EU. So it has an internal of 1.2k EU, and I think this is a 4k EU. Okay, so now we need to make those plates. So we need 24, right? 24 of advanced plates. Gas mixture. Okay, so 24 iron, bronze, and tin. Okay, so 24. Wait, so I have wrong. Iron, bronze, and tin. Yes, that's correct. That's the iron ones, then bronze ones, and tin ones. Okay. Tin. Did I not have enough tin? That's okay. We can make a plan. Tin. Where's that hammer? Oh, did the hammer run out? Great, thanks goodness. So we don't have to use that more. Okay, so the last plate has been made. Let's hope we have everything now. I think it is just because that other hammer broke, the forge hammer, which is good. And then we can go plop this in. How much power do you have? Okay. Oh, that won't take that long. Okay, cool. I just didn't want to make extra what do you call it? Extra generators for nothing. Okay, so where do we start? Let's start with these guys because that's the most difficult ones. So we're going to start from the beginning. Got iron frames. We're going to need probably that much. Yes, why not? Don't know, if we go over, who cares? Nobody cares. Because we need to have some speed in us. Okay, so... Oh, that makes 16. Let's just get that many, maybe. It's cheap to make again. Okay, now we can make these. Okay, at least it stacks afterwards. That's good. Okay, hopefully my calculations was correct. We have 8. Oh, nice. Okay, and then we need the next level, which is this. I guess we're going to need more of those. Let's grab another stack. stack because we are going to use more of that, so it's fine. Advanced, yes, advanced. Okay, and then we can start making these. The only reason we're taking a long way is because the flux capacitors does not stack, which sucks actually. I don't know, not really. Otherwise that would have been some sort of exploit. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so those are made, so let's take them off the list. Let's start with these ones. Okay, so we need to make these. Let's make more of them. And then we need to make a couple of these, which is fine. Then we need to make more of these. Okay, now we should be able to make that. So the controller also, we only need one. Then let's make one of these controllers. Okay, so I'm going to put the gas turbine stuff there. The syngas over here. Okay, so mixing chamber. We said the heating chambers we need 3 of, right? 1, 2, 3. And then the mixing chambers is 15. What did we run out of? These guys. Let me just double check that quickly. Yes, okay. So these we need more of. So yes. So let's make more of these. So I'm gonna make one more in case. So because we need 15 of these. How much can we get? Only 7 still. Why? What do we need? These guys. Okay. Let's make 2 stacks of them then. And I'm assuming we're going to need a bunch more of these. Almost one more. What do we need? These guys, what do we need? Okay, that's 15. Yay. Okay, 15 of these ones. Heating, mixing, item import. Fluid intake port. Fluid output port. Okay, that we made. Fuel tanks. We need glass paneling. Okay, fuel tanks we said 4, right? Okay, what do you need? R. More of these, so we definitely did not make too many of them. Good to know. Okay, tanks, let's try it again. 1, 2. So tanks, done. Controller done. Fuel air mixture. So we need another one of you. Pistons. Get from here. Just grabbing a couple. And this thing is done. Great stuff. So we'll keep that in a chest somewhere in case we need it again down the line. And the bars, I believe we have a few. Just a few. Got it from all the dimlet buildings in that other dimension. Okay, that's it. Fuel air mixture. Done. Gas mixture. You need these, which we need this. 1, 2 of. And then we need 2 of these. Then we can make this. Yes. Great stuff. Okay, force energy emitter. So we need this one. Great. And that's done. Now it's only the Manyalum parts. Okay. So I think copper and tin can go away. Quartz can go away. Glass can go away. That can go away, and this can go away, because we need to make space for all those other things coming in. Let's put away the hammers. Don't think we'll need that. Put away that, we'll leave it in engineer stuff. Okay, 550. So there needs to be 89 left. Um, 89. It's 25. 89. Okay, now it's 11. So we need to hide 11 of these, otherwise it's going to be snatched up by crafting. Okay, what was my math wrong? I think my math was wrong. And still, let's just see how many we can make. Only one? Why? Did I not take a whole stack? No, I did not. 16, no, we don't want 16. We only need... Oh, wait, 13. 13. Oh, that's my problem. I made too many fins. Oh goody, what can I do with this use? Nope. Can I resmelt it? 1 ingot, 2 nuggets. I only get 1 ingot. Oh wait, yes, that's correct. Okay, so we can resmelt this at least, so that's good. Okay, 50, and then we need 200 of these. We're gonna need a lot more iron. Okay, 1 stack more. Looks good. Then what else? These guys. Nope, bunch more. Okay, let's see how many. 2, so it's 100 of each. So need 40 more. To guess we're not going to get 40 exactly, and then we need 100 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and a bit. Oh, we had that, but oh no, press the wrong button. Okay, now we should have 50 exactly. Great. So we have our 50 turbines. Let's put away the rest of the stuff we won't use. This we're going to trash now. And this is generally just my go-to chest for dumping stuff. This I'm going to smelt back into ingots. While we do that, let's do it now. Stayed off. I don't know. Okay, so you'll smelt back, and we might get some of the Manyalum back. Of course, Manyalum is expensive. We actually got one of the dimensions as liquid Manyalum in it. That's kind of cool. Okay, well, we've crafted all items needed for the advanced generator. So what we'll do, we'll end the episode over here. Oh, we need to make 2 more. 1 of each need these fluid intake and an item. No, fluid intake. I only have fluid intake. Let's see, fluid, that's easy. Right, yes. Do we have any of those? Yes, we do have that and that. And 3 iron. And that's the last one, so we'll use that for that one. Okay, so we have all the items ready for the next episode when we will build the actual generator, advanced generator. See, we're dropping again. Didn't we start with 23%? Oh well, doesn't matter. I quickly went and collected this quickly. So yes, let's call it an episode here, guys. We've crafted all the items necessary for the advanced generator. So in the next episode we will start producing syngas and hopefully some awesome power. So max out power, as I said, only will give us 25k power. So what we'll do, same as we did here. Oh, I need to go down one more. With multiple connections, we'll have multiple connections to it. We'll tie it into our current power grid, so we'll have multiple power generating systems running simultaneously. So this one we will keep at 60% or 50%, or maybe we can drop this to 40%. So this will only kick on when it's 40%, and then we'll have this one kick on at 50%, and then the top one might be able to keep it, or use this one to have it at 60% and the top one at 80%. So there's 20% buffer in between each generator kicking on. And I will put a second crystal there. I'm busy clearing out this or refining this. Why are you not firing? Jenny, why are you not firing? Do not get this. Oh, you need this crystal. Okay, anyways, I'll do that. So I'm busy making more crystals. We have a couple. So then we'll run this at the in extreme cases when we run out. So if we do go max with that dimension, then we maybe can combine all dimensions into one, or all resources into one, with all the various features I was showing you guys. So all these will be above ground. Oh wait, I wanted to make this one. Where's this? Where's the other one? Here it is. Ores are plenty. So this takes 20,000 RF. So I was wondering if I can't maybe combine the two. Maybe make an ores of plenty and take some of these. Take it there. Maybe the ones that's 10k each, we leave in our own separate one. So this one is a cheap one. This one is a cheap one. And dimension shards is an expensive one. So maybe we'll take those cheap ones. So gold, resonating ore, and a draconium. It's only 1,000. Dimension is 10,000. Emerald, diamonds, and dimensions is expensive, so that's 30. So maybe we can take these three in a separate world. Then we take these three and together with the also plenty. I'll think about it. Maybe we should make 3 different worlds, because this is too expensive. Then we can maybe take 2 of the expensive ones, 20 and 1 expensive and the other. So then it's basically 20,000 each, which we might be able to upkeep with, especially with the advanced generator, because that's limit at 25k. Otherwise we will have to let both generators run simultaneously. But in any case, that's for next episode. We're building the generator, and then we will have enough power. So it's time to go sleep. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'm going to call it here. I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers!